Also this time of year, it's time to talk turkey again. It's hard to believe that it's already turkey time, but we wanted to talk turkey with Frank from Sur La Table. We welcome you to the show and to our kitchen.
It's good to be here again.
Can you believe that segment?
It's that was exciting.
Lots of excitement. We're gonna calm it down a little bit,
Definitely.
a little bit less jumping. But you know what? We do have to jump on the wagon when we start preparing our Thanksgiving meal and preparations, because it's quickly approaching. What, like 2.5 weeks or so?
It is, yeah. It'll be here in no time.
So, what are your best? What's your best advice to get things started? Just to come up with the menu?
Come up with a menu, but the feature, of course, is the turkey.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a turkey that is not only succulent, it's moist, it has that nice crispy caramelized skin, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Do you have to buy a certain type to be able to get that, or is it really the technique?
It's just a technique.
You don't have to buy the butterball.
No, you don't have to buy the butterball.
I always do, because I feel like that's like, you know, the easiest way. So here's what we've done right here. It looks like you've already washed it and patted it dry.
Right, so all I'm going to do is take my turkey. And there are a few things that you need to do. So turkey comes out, and before I start patting it dry, if you go ahead and schedule it, you can go ahead and brine it. And all that brine is a liquid that is high in salt and spices. What that does is infuses a lot of flavor and moisture into the turkey so that while you're cooking it, it doesn't dry out.
What do you like to put in your brine?
So like I said, salt, a little bit of brown sugar, and any type of aromatics and spices that you want.
Okay.
I think Thanksgiving, anything like that.
What is Thanksgiving?
Well, we could do
Like sage, yeah.
rosemary,
Okay.
thyme, parsley.
Okay.
So say you do that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pat dry the turkey.
Okay.
Paper towels, whatever it is that you're using. And the reason why is because there's going to be a lot of moisture.
Right.
So what happens is if you don't pat dry not only the outside but the inside of the turkey, when you roast it, all of that moisture is going to seep out. And what's going to happen is rather than roasting it, you're going to end up steaming it.
So if we can get a good deal on a turkey, how long can we keep a turkey in the freezer and still be able to have a nice fresh turkey when we pull it out?
I would go ahead and get my turkey.
Like if you've had one for a couple months, is it cool to use that for Thanksgiving?
Oh, definitely. As long as you thaw it correctly.
Okay.
That's it. So under cold water or naturally in the
the
ice
fridge.
box. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I do that, what I'm going to do next is going to take a little bit of butter, and I'm just going to rub it all over the skin. And what that's going to do is...
If you talk to it while you're rubbing it, does it enhance the flavor at all?
It might. So it's just rubbing butter all around the skin, and what that does is it's going to kind of help us caramelize the skin while we're roasting it.
Okay.
So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and dress my turkey and just basically position it. So there are two parts. One is trussing, and trussing, you usually see that in a lot in a
What does that mean, trussing?
So trussing is really just
Oh, it's the
taking,
twiny thing.
Right,
Okay,
the twine. Bringing in all the legs so that it kind of cooks in one even, solid
Okay.
protein. But the thing is you notice that when turkeys come out, they have that extra skin back here.
Yes.
That's trussed already. So you really don't
So
have
we
to
don't
do
have
the
to do
twine.
the little legs here.
Don't have to do it.
All right.
The only thing I need to do is take my wings and tuck them in, just like this. And again, while it's cooking, you don't want your wings to kind of flap out.
Because then presentation. It really doesn't affect the
Presentation.
flavor. It's just the
No,
presentation
just the
of it.
presentation. And also, the ends are a little more susceptible to burning.
Okay.
That's it. So we're going to do that, and then next, all we're
Do
going
you
to do...
stuff your turkey? I mean, like from a personal...
I don't. I like my
You don't?
stuffing separately.
Okay.
The only thing is you're going to end up making more stuffing anyway.
It's true.
So it's more of a presentation thing, in my opinion.
I have to do it just because it's tradition.
It's tradition.
I don't
What-
know if I eat it, but I have to do it because
Definitely. I mean, the only thing I like to do in my turkey is really just fresh herbs.
fresh herbs.
That's
Okay.
it. Stuffing off this side for me.
There's so many different ways to do your turkey. I've heard apples in there. I've heard,
Apples,
citrus, onions.
So many things. So many things you do. So after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and season with your regular salt and pepper, just like anything else. And then go ahead and finish. Oh. A little bit of pepper. And one other thing that I wanted to mention was back to brining. If you didn't have time to brine, there are tricks to cutting corners. One of the things that we use is an ISI canister. So normally
what?
an ISI
What is
canister.
that?
Normally you see this in making whipped creams. But what you can do is actually...
I'm totally clueless with what this is.
You see this a lot in savory cooking when you're talking...
So you're going to stick that in?
I'm going to stick it in. And
Okay.
what I have in here is actually a brine. You could use brine, you can use stock, whatever it is.
I think I saw that on an infomercial,
Yeah.
like something like not that fancy, but
And it's basically the same idea. Taking the needle, charging it with your charger, and then you're going to go in and just go ahead and penetrate the turkey just like that.
Okay.
And give it a little squeeze. And you could hear it kind of fill up.
can I try?
Yeah, definitely.
And you can feel it? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
grew. Can I do it over here too?
Definitely.
Now, are there certain places on the turkey where you want to stick it in?
Definitely around the breast area.
Okay, so
because
you
that's
see it
the
kind of
part
getting
that's
big
a little
right
more
there?
subtle. Yep. And you see the liquid filling up right
Now, is there too much that you could do?
You
like
don't
that.
have to put too much because again, there's a gas that's in here, so it expands your liquid.
Oh,
so
got
that
it.
goes a long way.
Okay.
Otherwise, again, if you have extra liquid, it's just going to seep out.
Okay.
So you definitely want to be careful with that.
What does something like that cost?
This particular one is $130
Okay.
at Sur La Table. And just FYI, everything that we are using is at our store.
Of course, yes.
Right. But this is a really nice way to use it. Most people think that this is just for whipped cream, but there are so many things that you could do with
Whipped
this.
cream,
Whipped
brining.
cream, foams. I mean, if you're a fan of like molecular gastronomy, the whole craze with chemical cooking, this is definitely one of the tools that we
Chemical
use.
cooking sounds like another segment.
Definitely.
All right, Frank. Well, I'm going to let you kind of finish, giving a little love to this bird, and then we're going to check back with you for the garlic mashed potatoes.
Definitely.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right.